Hello everybody, Weeb Rabbit here, and today I'm checking out a game called Always Sometimes Monsters. Now today I'm checking out the Nintendo Switch version because the game just recently got ported to the system, at least as of the time of recording this. However, I want everyone to know that if you feel like you've heard of this game before, that's because this game has been around quite a while, and at this point it's kind of an indie classic. I mean, it first hit Steam, I want to say back in 2014, then it hit Android and iPhone, I want to say 2015, then it was on PS4 in 2017, and like I said, fast forward to now, and it's finally on the Nintendo Switch. And before we begin, I just want to say that I really like this game, I have played it before, have gotten a couple of different endings, and so instead of it being the kind of instead of it being a kind of, one-off, where I kind of play through and I don't really know what's happening, I'm probably going to play through a part of the game up to a certain point, and as I play, since I kind of know what some of the decisions do and how they differ and stuff, it'll be more like a tutorial slash me pointing things out and giving tips, you know what I mean? But yeah, this game is really interesting. There's all sorts of choices you can make, branching paths, etc. And at its core, it ties back to the title, Always Sometimes Monsters. And whether you choose to do things the right way, even though it might be harder, or if you give in to your base desires and you do things the easy way, even though it might hurt others. You know what I mean? Like, do you let yourself become the monster or not, basically? So really interesting game, really cool, all in a pixel art style you guys will see in a moment. Without further ado, let's dive in. So if anyone who hasn't seen this game before, trust me, it's pretty interesting. Alrighty, so the game starts out here in the alley, and trust me, for a while this section will seem like it has nothing to do with just about anything, but it does tie back around near the end, and I would say the way it ties back around is pretty interesting. So if you start playing the game and you see this section, just try to keep in mind the framing of it, and like I said, it does pop up later. Alright, but to begin though, this guy in white, we'll call him Colonel Sanders, he says, "Stop, wait. Where the hell do you think you're running off to without me? I'm the boss, so you don't make a move until I tell you what to do. Got it?" Alright, and this guy we'll call the Hitman says, "I thought I told you already. Once I'm paid, then we're through. I don't need you controlling me anymore." Alright, this guy's mad. He says, "No, you ain't finished working yet. There's plenty of people I still need killed. You don't get to say anything until I decide you're done spilling blood. You checked that privilege at the door when you signed up for this job. Here I make the rules, here I decide what happens. That's what you signed up for, right?" Alright, this is where we get to control our guy for a little bit. Basically you can move around. I think you can get an ending if you go this way, I forget. But for now we're just going to move forward so we can progress the plot. Alright, so he's mad because we're walking away from him. He says, "Hey, what did I just tell you? You ain't going anywhere unless I say so." We're going to keep ignoring him. We're going to keep walking. "I'm telling you, you're making a mistake. Don't do something we'll all regret." And then as you can tell, there's like a homeless looking person right there at the edge of the screen. That is what's going to trigger the next part. So walk towards them. Homeless person approaches us. "Excuse me, sirs, got a minute or $1? Hard times all around." And yeah, this guy, "Smelly vagabond fuck, get the hell out of my way. We don't have anything for you." "Oh, I've heard that one before. Probably from you too. Different day, different street. Who knows, maybe we used to know each other? Heh, can you imagine that? Winding up back here again." He says, "Goddamn schizo, are you fucked in the head? Get the hell out of my way." Right, we ought to keep things moving along. Before you go though, here's something I think you ought to take a look at. Alright, so they pull a gun on us. He says, "What the hell is this?" "Well, you might say I've been expecting you. Does it feel familiar standing on this very end of the barrel? Or would you feel more comfortable with your own piece drawn? Go ahead, I'll wait." "That's right, aim it right between my eyes." He says, "What the hell do you want, you nut job?" "What do I want? I like playing games, don't you? What do you say to giving mine a spin?" I don't know what this fool's smoking, but if he doesn't put that gun down right now, you put a hole in his head. Of course, you can hurry this along if you like, and we can all be done with it if you wish. Like any of this matters anyway. I want to tell you a story though, one about the many choices we all make. At the end of it, you can decide what to do. The only rule in the game, let me finish, no interruptions. Then the choice is yours. Or we can pull the trigger right now. Sounds like a lot less time consuming, doesn't it? Either way, the choice is always yours. So as you can tell, the guy gonna give us that option where he says we can shoot him and not really listen to the story, we can just skip everything. That's kind of a bit meta, because I believe if you do shoot the homeless person, you end up getting a certain ending, but you kind of skip most of the game, you don't really know what's going on. So for now I'm gonna put listen, but it's interesting how, if you can tell, it's already kind of playing with the whole meta thing, you know? Yeah, for now I'm gonna put listen. It says, if you won't put that gun down, fine. Talk fast. Alright, and it says there are many roads between yours and mine, but all roads start from the source. It says, you ever been dragged to a party by someone? What if that party was life itself? Led by the nose, barely wanting to take part. Did you even have the choice not to go? It would take something miraculous to change you. But would you know the opportunity when it knocked? You can see there's a whole room of people, there's a whole party going on. It says, fair weather friends are sometimes hard to sort. A man with opportunity to spare knows this best. One such man of opportunity threw a party. He was looking for someone special, important. Not a lover, not a friend. He was looking for someone of substance. Alright, whether it was the right choice or not, that's still up for debate. That night, they toasted ambition, success, and more. Little did they know how steep the mountain was. Alright, so this is where the game starts to get interesting. So as you can see, we are playing as this guy right here. This guy, his name is Larry, and he actually is the one throwing the party. However, in a moment, we actually get to pick who we actually want to play as, and the way we actually get to pick who we play as and everything is really interesting, so you'll see that in a moment. Alright, so Larry walks into the party, and I believe this is like his wife or whatever, and she says, come on, hurry up, or did you change your mind? You can't invite all these people over and just leave me to take care of them, Larry. They're all weird. Why can't you have normal friends? And he says they're all work friends, writers, artists, wannabes, you know, like the one I was telling you about. Boss wants me to sign someone by next week, but I still haven't got a clue what I'm looking for. She says, well, just pick someone who's going to do a good job. I don't want you getting fired over some fuck up. This apartment's way too nice for that. Yeah, okay, I love you too. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. So he says that he's looking for someone to sign on for some sort of I don't know if it's obvious yet, but it's like a book deal. So the way it works, we actually talk to, not everyone, some people, you know, they trigger different dialogue. For instance, this chick right here, if you talk to her, she says, hey, you're the host of the party, right? Yeah, I am. Can I get you anything? Well, I was wondering if you had any unoccupied bedrooms around here. I don't think so. Why? Oh, no, definitely not. Oh, never mind. Darkef's brought his van anyway. Great. Have fun? Oh, I will. Yeah, so some people if you talk to, they do give you flavor text. They're characters that'll pop up later in the story. But I believe there are sure people you can talk to. And if they say that they have brought something to the party to toast with, you can actually choose that as your player character, interestingly enough. So let's see. I don't remember who has flavor text, who doesn't. Just looking at their appearance, I guess I will pick... How about you? Hey, Larry. Congratulations on the new job. Thanks. It's been a long time coming. Well earned, though. What do you say to toasting? Yep, see, so she's one of the options of a playable character. I've got this gin I was wanting to polish off. Taking it easy tonight, only one drink. Gin does sound like a good choice, though. So if you put maybe later, you keep talking to people, and if I remember, different people have different things to toast. So for instance, this girl has gin, other people have vodka, wine, Chardonnay, all sorts of like random stuff. But yeah, I think she looks cool for a playable character, so I'll put toast. So he says, all right, let's drink. Give me a second to run to the patio. There's someone I want you to meet. Always happy to meet the ball and chain. Alright, so as you can see, we were playing as Larry. Now we are playing as our character. This is who our main playable character will be throughout the game. So that's how you pick your character. It's really interesting. So now what we're doing is we're going to patio. And once again, not everybody can be talked to. For instance, if you talk to this guy, this is Darkef. He's actually a friend of yours that'll show up throughout the game. You can't pick him as a significant other. But if you pick other people, they'll actually be your significant other. So you get to like kind of pick just based on like their appearance, which is kind of funny. So, is there anyone that's by themselves? People by themselves. This guy kind of approached me. Sure. How about you? Hey, did you get a chance to... I just picked him because he walked up to me. Hey, did you get a chance to talk to Larry yet? Yeah, I just spoke to him. Alright, so if you put he's waiting on me, I believe you get to keep picking. If you put he's waiting on us, that's how you actually pick who your significant other is. So we gotta go, though. He's waiting on us. We're gonna toast that bottle we brought. That's amazing. What are you waiting for? This is the perfect opportunity to bring up that book you and Sam are working on. So key point, we are working on a book with a friend. This is where, you know, kind of gives you a hint of some bad things to come. Do you think Sam will mind me pitching our book alone? I mean, I'd be kind of pissed if I was left out of the negotiations. You can worry about that later. If you don't get in there and butter him up now, you two will be drafting forever. I guess you're right, but we gotta make it happen first. Come on, you got the gift? It says, shit, we forgot to sign the card. Here, give it to me, I'll sign it first. So here's how you actually get to pick your name, and you actually get to pick the name of you and your significant other. What's like a female version of Weeb? There we go, Weeb Webby. I don't know. Alright, there we go. Okay, my turn. I can't think of a good name for the guy. I'm just gonna call him Guy. Yours truly, Webby and Guy. Let me see that for a second. So you put sounds perfect. You proceed forward. Alright, Guy, let's go. Wait, kiss me first. Good luck. Alright, then we go back to the party. We have our significant other with us. And then we get a... kind of a strange spot to put it. But we get a title drop. Always, sometimes, monsters. Alrighty. Alright, we're starting from here. I might start skipping through, you know, through some of the dialogue because it's not really too important. So if you see like random skips, that's why. I'm just trying to get to like some of the base content. Still can't explain different things because there's a lot of dialogue. If I go dialogue, it will take a bit. So we'll see where we skip. So right now it says, so Larry, before we toast, let me guess you got a book you want to pitch. Just hear me out. No need, Webby. There's a reason I'm toasting with you. I've seen your stuff. You got talent, a lot of potential, but you're rough. I want to put a good word in with you, the boss. See if we can get you in advance. That's crazy. Seriously, thank you so much. I'll get you something to show him in the morning. It is too exciting. Let's toast. To ambition, to success, to getting rich, and then to great partners. It really didn't matter who set things in motion. The landslide had started long before that night. This version of the story needed a hero, though. Would this be the one? So if you put yes, you continue. If you put no, I think you get to start all this over in case you don't like who you picked and stuff. But I like it, so I'm going to put yes. Alright, so 1 year later. Alright, so that was basically the prologue right there. Keep in mind, in our prologue, things seem to be going good. We were going to sign a book deal. The next morning, we were going to show him some sort of draft. We were worried that our partner, Sam, was going to be upset, but things seemed fine, basically, right? Alright, so jump to 1 year later, and we get to see where our life is, alright? So, it says, choices and evaluation of cost and benefit. Circumstance dictates the evaluation. Consequence takes care of the rest. So once again, this is a game about choices. It says, in the system, there can be no right or wrong. Alright, so my character just woke up. It says, what time did I get in last night? Shit, looks like my Peeble sleep monitor got reset. I gotta get to sleep when this thing tells me to. I was halfway to earning my 1 month circadian master sleep achievement. Let me just cycle through the modes and reset this thing. So there's just an excuse to show you that this is how you track the day-night cycle and all that. Because there is a day-night cycle in the game, and it keeps track of how many things you can do and stuff. So it says, there we go, all set. They say the longest journey starts with a single step. Alright, so as you can see, we live in a pretty small apartment. It looks pretty messed up. So right off the bat, like I said, I'm going to try and kind of give tips and stuff. I'm just going to like try to run through the game, skip where I have to. So once you have control of the game, one of the things you want to do is you want to come to the couch, click on the couch, and you get $1. Money is very scarce in this game, at least in the beginning, because you're pretty poor, as you'll see in a moment, so $1 is important. The other thing you want to do is you want to come to here, and you want to take the pizza pouches. You have 3. Yep, so it says cook, place the maker for 2 minutes, you like cool for 30 seconds. So you want to follow the instructions exactly. These I'm not going to eat just yet, but they are important because once again, your person's kind of poor and you want food that equals stamina for later. Alright, and you're going to follow directions, you're going to put it for the 2 minutes. Yeah, now your person just has the little ellipses, they're like frantically waiting for their food. Alright, your pizza pouch is ready to eat. I don't know if I do that with all of them, though. Let's see real quick. Yes, I have to do that with all of them, so I will skip ahead one moment. Alright, once your last pizza pouch is ready to eat, it says your pizza pouch is ready to eat, you take it. Like I said, you don't really have to follow this if you don't want to. It's just kind of, I'm just going to give you tips for anyone who's never played this game before, because this stuff, I mean, I've found it to be helpful later when you're starving or whatever, you know, you have food and stuff. So, just tips, you know. But yeah, once you're done with the pizza pouches, you go to the door, you look at the notes. It says, it looks like there's a few notes under my door. So this one, I'm just going to skip through it. Basically what it's saying is that the rent is due because we're behind, and we're going to get evicted if we don't turn in $500 by the end of the day. Alright, so $500 is due. And this other one says, came to see if you wanted to get coffee before work at the Phoenix, but you are asleep. Don't be late, man. I vouch for you, and my manager hates slackers, Dark Hef. And as I pointed out, Dark Hef is the guy with that had the yellow like jacket and sunglasses. He's a friend of ours. Apparently he got me work. Yeah, it says, well, at least I've got a job for today. So we got our apartment key. We got our bank card. We're leaving the house. And you might be wondering, why is our person like struggling for work? And well, that's going to, you know, become more apparent later. All right, so this old lady's blocking the way. We talked to her. It says, where is it? I know it's in here. Excuse me, Miss Tawilager? I don't know. Oh, pardon me, Webby, am I in your way? I got so distracted looking through my purse for my little calendar. There never is enough time in the day, you know? So if you put, sorry, I'm in a hurry, you basically ignore her. You close out so you can't help her with the job later. But if you know, I know what you mean, if you follow along with it, you kind of develop a relationship with her. So I would say, you know, develop the relationship with her. It's nice. I know exactly what you mean. There's never enough time to do everything you want to. Heck, I don't even have enough time to pay my rent these days. I seriously think I'm done for this time. She says, where's your boyfriend? Things didn't work out. It's just me now. Interesting. So it looks like we lost our significant other. That's a real shame. You're such a good kid. Tell me what, if you need some money, why don't you come by my place later today? I'm hosting a little get-together tonight, and the place needs to be spotless. It'd be lovely to have some help. So I'll think about it. Yeah, because she does admit that she has plans, but, you know, it's fine. At least we're being honest. We're telling the lady what's up. Yeah, she says, you know, that she wishes the best. Alright, if I remember, I think there's something here. No, never mind, there's not. Nothing in there. Alright, so we exit, we get on the elevator. The elevator's like really awkward. She's like wondering where it is. I guess that's really slow or something. There we go. And it's all dark. So our character says, cheap-ass landlord. That light's been a problem for months. Alright, if you check in here. So yeah, these are collectibles that if you get all 60, I think you can turn them in for like a bunch of money or something. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, the first one is going to be right here. Now after that, you're going to try to walk out, but... So it sounds like the landlord's on the phone. With these lights off, I might be able to slip out of here undetected. So let's see, can we slip out undetected? No. So hold it, you mangy punk. You really think I wouldn't notice you just because the lights are off? I had that clap on, clap off thing installed last week. So just where the hell do you think you're going? You're in a lot of trouble, punk. You're a whole month late on your rent, and I'm not in the business of sheltering deadbeats. Are you going to pay me what you owe me, or am I going to have to toss your ass out to the curb? It says you're serious about evicting me, huh? So, give me time. I just need some time. I've been waiting on a check from my publisher. As soon as it arrives, I can pay you. Alright, so as you can see, the thing about money from the publisher, it's carrying over. We are writing some sort of book, but it looks like we're having trouble with money. So it says, look, the check's gonna be here soon. It's got to be here soon. Just give me until when the mail's been delivered, okay? It says, I don't care if you gotta get some greasy businessman to eat sushi off your body. Oof. You're out of time, little China girl, which that's kind of racist. Pay me $500 by the end of the day, or you can consider yourself officially homeless. In fact, you know what? Hand over your key right now. You can get it back from me when you pay your bills. Alright, so we can choose to not give him the key. However, it's better to give him the key from what I've seen, because if you don't give him the key and you like run away, when you try to get back to your apartment, he changes the locks, and so you actually have to pay him more to get your apartment back. So I'd say usually it's better just give him the key, just be, calm. Fine, I think I have it on me somewhere. So just give him the key, it's fine. So you hand over your apartment key. Come see me when you got the money and I'll let you back into your room. See you later, deadbeat. Yeah, so she's mad. $500. We don't even have like any money. I think we have like $13 on us or something. It's like really bad. Alright, so we are in Dubs Town. It's the name of the first town, because yes, we do travel around to different places. Alright. Yeah, this guy's just weird. He just hangs out everywhere. He's kind of like a tutorial guy. So he says, hey, Webby, what's going on, girl? I'm good, Bellinger. Hanging around like usual, I see. If I don't need to walk around when I can see the whole city from right here, sounds productive. Well, I've got to hustle. My landlord wants $500 by the end of the day, and I don't know how I'm going to get it. Dang, that sucks. Well, I'm broke, so I can't help you with cash. I did find this rare indie heroes figure in the trash this morning while I was digging for breakfast. It's probably worth a few bucks if you want to pawn it off, or you could try and get all 60 of them like me. Alright, so he gave us the thing. Alright, cool. So there you go. So already choices start to stack up. Do we want to go back in and do we want to help the old lady? Do we want to go help our friend at that job? Do we want to explore the town? Etc. etc. For now, what I'm going to do is I am going to go to where we're supposed to work. However, I'm going to kind of point something out to people who might not know. There's actually something you can do that we can kind of avoid the whole landlord thing altogether. There's actually somebody you can talk to that will actually help you in the future. So I'm going to talk to, see, this is the Phoenix, obviously by the bird outside. But if you talk to these girls, I have to talk to one called Haley. This is the hottest club in town. I've been lined up all day long. I'm not moving for anything. So I believe it's you I have to talk to. She says, hey cutie, you look like a girl with good taste. What do you think of my new dress? It cost me a fortune, but I think it's hot. So if you tell her looks great. Yeah, it looks great. Definitely worth the money on a body like that. Oh, I like the way you talk. My name's Haley, by the way. So I was looking for someone to do me a favor. I don't see why it couldn't be you. Well, that all depends on what you need. You know Dirty Don over by the pawn shop? I heard he's got these tabs, happy pills, I think he calls them, that make you feel like you're having the most orgasmic sex. Yeah, so there you go. Already we met a druggie. But it's okay. We're doing this for the greater good. Sounds intense. If I give you $50, could you go pick some up for me? I know it's silly, but I don't want to lose my place in line. So we're going to put deal. So it says that should buy 10 pills, so bring them all back. I might even share with you if you party later. Alright, so we received $50. Once again, this game is all about choices. Hold on. Don's got some trust issues, you're going to need this. There we go. So we have to give him that, or else he won't know about the drugs, he won't give it to us. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. So once again, this is all about choices. If we wanted to, we could just take her money and not get her what she wants. Like, we could honestly just do that. But because, like I said, it will help us if we help her. I'm going to go to Dirty Don right here. And, I'm going to get what she asked for. So, you saw anything else? I got this envelope or something from this girl I'm supposed to be seeing you for. Well, what are you waiting for? Open it, damn it. So we open the sealed envelope. It says... So I don't know, apparently... like big bucks, I cannot lie. You other buggers can't deny. That when a girl walks in with an itty-bitty waist and a round thing in your face... Whoa, boy, that's enough. You don't have to sing the rest of the song. I know why you're here now. What the hell is that? Oh, all my orders come as hip-hop lyrics. Helps keep the cops from figuring things out. That sounds like you need some happy pills. It's just awkward, but it's funny, man. Alright, so we talked to him. Now, what's a girl like you need happy pills for? They're for a friend. I need $50 worth of them pronto. No problem at all. I was just thinking, though, how would you like to save 30 bucks? Same number of pills and everything. That math doesn't add up. What's the catch? Oh, nothing shifty or anything like that. They're just local artisan pills. They're made from these eco-friendly. Yeah, so once again, this is another option. Do we want to get the cheaper pills so we can keep some money, or do we go for the ones that are more expensive? See, spend $50 and get what you asked for, or spend 20 and save the whales. So we could be a dick and we could get the cheaper ones and get money, but we know it's probably gonna hurt her. So no, we're gonna get the more expensive stuff. There we go. See, I don't know how my friend feels about whales. Well, to each their own, I suppose. See, so we got the actual drugs. Whoa, I feel all warm and fuzzy. I just want to touch you all over. Why don't you take the spare key to my flat? Maybe you could get up to something after the show. It's just across the street, so you can't miss it. Hey, I'll think about it. Don't keep me waiting, though. I want to tear into you, rawr. Alright, so there we go. So that's what I said. She gave us the key, so we don't even have to worry about getting our flat back. We have somewhere to sleep if we need to. Alright, and so here's our calf. And he's gonna reveal some stuff in the conversation. And the dead rise. You're late too. Did Benny give you any trouble at the door? No, he let me right through. Some bouncer he is. How have you been? You pumped for the show? I'm nervous. Really nervous. This is my first big show since I split with Viper. That was the girl in the intro with the bluish weird hair. So yeah, he used to be dating this girl. And, we kind of try to supposedly... he says he broke up with Viper. We're trying to kind of empathize with him, talk about our relationship. But then, he kind of goes in a different direction, which is a little unexpected. So he says, Jesus, we're on this shit again. Look, guy left you, a year ago? It's time to move on, don't you think? And you're right, it's just not that easy for me. I don't know if you've noticed, but life's been kind of shitty for me ever since he left. This is how long are you gonna blame him for everything? Seriously, you gotta take some responsibility. Remember, he left because of what you did. So you can tell that the relationships are kind of a soft spot for these two. For the guy, he left the girl, but he said it's for the greater good. Our character, we don't really know why our ex left us, but it seems to be a really thing we don't want to talk about. So he says, you know what? Fuck you. Not all of us are happy to be rid of our ex. Not all of us did self-destructive junkies. Not cool, man. All I'm saying is that since I left Viper, I'm realizing how it's the choices we make that define us. Am I worried about the choices I've made? Totally. Am I terrified that my music's been shit since I quit? So he quit drugs. That's kind of what he's trying to get at. Sure. At least I made a choice, man. So we'll put you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Everyone's really proud of you for getting off that stuff. Not everyone, man. Seems like my fans prefer when my sound's all fucked up. Part of me thinks they're right. So we're gonna try to help them, because if you put they're right, you make them feel bad and second guessing his decision to quit drugs. So if you put they're wrong, that tells them nah, man, quitting drugs was the right choice. So that's nonsense. Everyone's just scared of change. Your manager makes a lot of money from you. I'm sure you sound fine. I appreciate it, but you haven't heard me since I kicked the stuff. I'm just nervous is all. Kinda wish I had some to calm my nerves. All well, my burden to bear. Here's the layout for the equipment. Try to follow it exactly. I've got enough to worry about tonight. Since you slept in, we don't have any time to redo anything, so make sure you get it right the first time. Alright, so he's basically saying where he wants all the instruments. Alright, so we gotta try to memorize that. Should be simple enough. It says the gears in those boxes here, all you gotta do is put the right stuff on the stage in the right place according to the layout. Seriously, a monkey could do this job, so you better not mess it up. Get it done perfectly and I'll give you $100, okay? Yeah, it is possible if you screw around and you put things in the wrong order, he'll give you as low as $25. So you really want to try to memorize and do a good job, that way you'll get the $100. So once again, branching paths and stuff, which is really interesting. Alright, he says, I'll do my best, Captain. I'll head backstage and work the spotlights for you. Alright, so we're gonna start. I guess we'll start with, how about this one in the middle? It says you picked up the drums. So if you remember from the drawing, the drums should be in the upper right. Oh, that's not way up. The drums should be up here in the upper right. Jesus, I'm out of shape. Yeah, so I'll just leave it for now. But yeah, as you put the stuff up, your character complains about, being out of shape, things are heavy, etc. So I'm gonna skip ahead because as you're putting things up, something interesting happens. Alright, so skipping ahead, I put a few things up. Suddenly Viper shows up though. She says, hey Webby, come give me a hug. And Viper, what are you doing here? I thought you and Darkef split. You sure he's cool with you hanging around here before a show? Trust me, if I know Darkef, he's missing me like crazy right now. He probably already told you so, hasn't he? So we're gonna put no, he hasn't, because we want to kind of like blow her off. We don't want them to get back together because it'll lead them down the path of drugs again. So you put no, he hasn't. Hasn't said a word about you, to be frank. I hate to break it to you, but I think you two are split bill for good this time. As I always know when you're lying, oh Webby, I also know when my baby's super nervous, which is why I brought him a present. It's a baggie of heroin. So you can put thank God you did. You can try to get him back on his drugs to like help his music, but that of course is like the selfish answer. It's like super screwed up. So you want to put, if you want like a better ending, if you want to be like more moral, you want to put, are you crazy? It says, are you out of your goddamn mind? Your cat's been doing so well, what the hell is wrong with you? Hey, I'm not forcing the needle in his arm. Nobody is. He's a big boy and doesn't need you making his decisions for him. If he's nervous about the show and this helps calm him down, then who are we to get in his way? He'll just get it from someone else otherwise. So yeah, you can just totally go with it, but no, I'm gonna kick her out. Yeah. So we're kicking her out. Since they're kept for a reason, what don't you understand about that? Yeah, she's super pissed. But notice when she leaves though, yeah, there we go. She like throws the baggie of heroin. So you need to really make sure you notice that. So if you leave that there, he'll pick it up. So you want to make sure to pick it up. That way he does not notice it. All right. Now with that out of the way, we're going to continue to put the rest of the stuff up. So you do want to be honest that she was here. You don't want to lie to him. Yeah, she did stop by. Really? She didn't leave anything here, did she? Actually, so you do want to be honest she was here, but you don't want to admit anything about the drugs because he'll freak out. So you put no, she just showed up looking for you and left when she saw you weren't here. Huh? Alright then. Well, I guess I gotta go get ready for the show. Feel free to come back to the club a little later if you're interested in working coat check. We're short-staffed and could use you. Just talk to Benny at the door when you're ready to get started. Hey Webby, you're a good friend. Alrighty. I guess that's a day's work. I hope I made the right call with Darkef. He's really been there for me this past year. Alright, so we noticed that he went to the bathroom, right? So we could just leave. We could, not give him a pep talk at all. But what we want to do is we do want to go in here. Alright, first sober show. You can do this. You don't need it. You don't need her or anything. So we do want to grab this real quick. It's a crowbar. That'll be useful later. And we do want to talk to him. We do want to motivate him. Because like I said, the whole point is we want to motivate him. And we want to like let him know that, yeah, he doesn't need the drugs. Oh, Webby. Just getting myself psyched for the show. I'm still nervous, but I know I've got this in the bag. I think we're going to blow it out of the water this time. Nothing's holding me back, and I don't care what Viper, my manager, or my fans have to say about it. That's great. I've had a crazy year, and you've been with me through it all. I'm here to do the same for you. Wherever you need to knock it out of the park, just let me know. Alright, there we go. Cool. So if we did it right, which I believe I did do everything right to support him, he should have, a show where he does things on his own terms and he doesn't need the drugs. He doesn't freak out. You know what I mean? So yeah, there you go. That's like one of the decisions you can make. You can push him towards the drugs, or you can, just... what a strange night. I still can't believe Viper showed up like that. Maybe I should stick around for the concert and help with the coat check. Then again, Mrs. Tewelager did ask for my help. I suppose seeing what she needed would be worthwhile, even if I am more than a little late. Alright, so that's what I'm talking about by the nighttime, daytime thing. So daytime should be over. No, morning should be over. Yeah, I forget if it's morning, day, and night, or if it's just day and night. But the point is that time did progress. As you can see how everything's darker now. Alright, so I'm going to do one last thing where I'm going to kind of show off to you guys how there's more decisions. But this one for sure I'm going to skip through, and I'll explain kind of what I did in retrospect. Alright, so we could do the coat check, we could get some money, or we can talk to this lady. Honestly, when it comes to this lady, I think it's best to talk to her. You kind of have like a nice relationship with her. So we're going to talk to her. And it says, now who could that be? Hello, who's there? It's me, Webby. Oh, come right in. It says, hey, Miss Zellweger, I'm here to help clean up. Oh, you're a little late for that, Webby. It's alright though, I managed to get it all done myself. Still, I'm very glad you came. You're such a good kid. Well then, I guess you don't need me then? I was just about to sit down to dinner. What would you care to join me? I was thinking of going to work coat check down at the club. I am pretty hungry though. So like I said, I think it's a good idea to always, talk to old lady. She gives you some good stuff at the end. You do get some like relationship with her. So I'm gonna put what's for dinner. So what's for dinner? It's a fresh lamb stew. You're going to love it. Come and have a seat. We wouldn't want it getting cold. Alright, so from here, I'm going to skip to the end, and then I'll give you guys a summary of what happened in the conversation, though. Alrighty, so catch back up to the conversation we had, because honestly, it's really nice, it's really heartwarming, but it is a really long section. Basically, as you sit down to dinner, your main character asks the old lady, hey, I thought you said you had some people coming over, where are they? Don't tell me that I was like the only one that showed up. And the old lady admits that no, actually what she meant is that she was just tying the place up, because she was going to have like a little... I guess you can see almost like a little like memoriam sort of thing for her husband, and that's when she admits that her husband died and how she's really lonely and stuff. And as you sit down to dinner, you guys have appetizer, main course, dessert. Your character and the old lady actually talk about like your relationships. And she asks you about like what happened to your ex. You admit that you miss them and that you kind of ended things roughly. You reveal that your ex actually moved and they're in a different city and that you're not even really sure if they're the same person anymore, that sort of thing. And you also admit that you feel like you haven't changed at all in this whole time because you're still stuck working on that book that isn't getting anywhere, and you feel like you're kind of just like aimless in life, really. And so it's kind of really nice how you and the old lady open up to each other. As you tell her all this, she tells you about her husband, how they met. Seems like they had like a really nice, loving relationship, even though they were like very poor and stuff. And yeah, it's just like a really nice thing where you really open up with this old lady, and she, really you open up to her, she opens up to you, and you guys just have like this really nice dinner. And this is the part where it's really interesting, because once you reach the end of the dinner, it says, still, I want to thank you for spending your time with me tonight, so I have something for you. And she says, what's this? These are my husband's baseball cards. He used to collect them when he was a boy. Some of them are quite old. They're probably worth quite a bit of money. I want you to have one of them as a token of my appreciation. You can keep it as a memento, or I'm sure someone will be happy to pay you for it. Says, you can't be serious, can you? Please, I know how much you could use the money right now, and they're not doing me any good. They just sit in the box, I can't even bring myself to look at them anymore. I won't take no as an answer from you, so don't even make a fuss about it. I just don't trust myself not to get all weepy if I see which one you're taking, so I want you to pick by the time I return from the washroom. Just close up the box when you're done, and we won't say another word about it, understand? Yeah, I understand. Alright then, I'll be back in a moment. And then your character looks at the cards, it's like, wow, these cards really are ancient. I bet they'd be worth a small fortune to the right collector. I couldn't do that to Mrs. Tellerwager though, could I? So this is actually really interesting. So it says take one card, like she said, take 2 cards, take 3, or take no cards. Interestingly enough, for like the good ending, or at least like the good path, you're actually supposed to take all 3, which I know seems really weird, but for some reason you're supposed to. Weird, right? So you take 3 cards. You took 3 baseball cards. It says, I hate doing it, but I'm gonna take them all. It says, don't trust the Japs, love, Thomas. So that's kind of like, that's kind of awkward. All right, Thomas. I mean, I know you were in the war and stuff. That's kind of awkward. You know what I mean? Oof. It says, it's the only way I'll be able to pay my rent. I'm sure she'd understand. I hope I made the right decision. So that's weird, right? You take all 3 cards, but somehow that seems to be the right choice. Like if you look in guides, that's what it tells you to do. So that's really weird. So sometimes the right choice is not at all what you think it's going to be, right? So this, thanks again for having me over, Miss Tellerwager. You're more than welcome. You're such a good kid. Here, take this with you, some leftovers from the dinner to eat later. Alright, so we got some leftover stew. A young person like you needs to eat. Well, I won't pay my bills, but it's better than eating junk food. Thank you very much. You take care of yourself and have a good night. It's getting late, so I'm off to bed. Alright then, good night. Alrighty, and as you can see now, it is nighttime. Because like I said, so I think it is morning, day, and night. So it's getting pretty late and I'm beat. I should count on my pennies and see if I can get my rent paid. Between the $39 I got in my wallet and the $0 store in the bank, I got a grand total of $39 available to pay rent. That's not enough to get back in my bed. Maybe I can scrounge together a few more bucks, but it looks like I'll be sleeping under the stars tonight. So yeah, you can actually go, as they just said, you can actually go and sleep on a mattress on the floor, which is really funny. You can actually do that. But, you know, because, like I said, we got Haley's apartment key, we can go stay in her apartment. So, you know. But yeah, I think this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. I think this is pretty good. I think it kind of shows you about the different options I was talking about. Where, like, yeah, you can choose to ignore the old lady or have a nice, like, relationship with her. You can take the cards or not take the cards. When it comes to your friend or Kef, you can try to keep them off drugs, try to get them back on drugs, and etc. There's all sorts of choices you make, and trust me, as the game progresses, there are actually consequences. So really, really interesting stuff, right? But yeah, I'm gonna quit the game, and I'll see you guys on the main menu in a moment. Alrighty guys, and there you go. That is, I think, a pretty good look at Always Sometimes Monsters. As you can see, like I said, has a lot of branching paths, has a lot of different choices, a lot of like moral, what do you do, you know, here and there, that sort of thing. As you can tell, I've already played the game, so there was some very deliberate choices I was making. I was playing it a very certain way, but trust me, if you play for yourself, there is a lot to explore, and there is a lot of different ways to do things. You know what I mean? Like, just because someone plays it one way doesn't mean that's the only way to do it. Like, there's all sorts of ways that you can accomplish goals or tasks or survive out in the world. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen some people that they get like a fishing rod and they feed themselves just fishing the whole time. Like, they don't even like bar to make money, for instance. So it's really interesting. But there you have it, though. That's Always Sometimes Monsters, out now on the Switch. Not only that, but it has been on the PC, I believe, like I said, cell phones and PS4. They have been on, you know, those systems for a while. So you don't necessarily have to play on the Switch. You know, you can play on the PS4, Steam, etc. But trust me, I think it's a really interesting game. I think it is really well put together, really fun stuff. So if you guys want to check it out, you know, I say go for it. I think it's a really good game, and I really, you know, recommend it. Without further ado, though, guys, if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. My name is Weeb Rabbit, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.